role here as a continuous improvement consultant is to come up with ways in which we can improve the current processes that we're running. So we identify projects that will help the business to improve its performance. And how we do that, we go through the current performance. That is where it's going to lead us as to this is where the business is bleeding. Then we focus more on that. We come up with continuous improvement initiatives, and as well we come up with projects to address those issues in different areas.
My role as a chief marine engineer, I'm responsible for the marine engines on the tugboat. Maintenance, so everything that's it's auxiliary engines, marine engines, hydraulic systems, pneumatic systems.
As an operational manager, I am responsible for ensuring that the trains that we are running on the export line are being run. I'm also in charge of the planning department, where we are having different managers, the countdown managers. I'm responsible for ensuring that crews, the train drivers on the train, are being resourced. I'm responsible for ensuring that the yard personnel staff, it's there. So basically my day-to-day job is to ensure that we run a safe railway efficiently from our depot right to the customer side. And also looking in terms of taking care on the legal side of the people, ensuring that the personnel have the required resources that needs for them to be able to do their job.
For someone who would like to be in the position that I'm in right now, continuous improvement manager, continuous improvement consultant, from metric you need to study mathematics and science. And going into varsity, it's in industrial engineering. So you need to go into that space, and then in the space of industrial engineering, the major subject is production engineering, manufacturing engineering, work study engineering, because work study is the most major one, because now when you come into the workplace, that is where your focus will be most of the time, because you have to go out, do the work study, do the time and motion study for you to know where the company is bleeding.
I joined the company way back, almost 20 years. I entered the company as a train assistant with maths and science. Metric, that was the first requirement that we needed. And I then grew within the ranks of the company. I was trained at the School of Rail, SLN Park, for train assistant course in terms of the train working rules and the locomotives that I needed to. I then got promoted to a train driver, but within the company, up to the position where I am, I was trained by the company through bursaries. I got a bursary to do a management course. I did a diploma in management, business management. I also got studied to do railway operation management, which was a diploma, a degree, up to a degree. And I'm now finalizing my honors level in terms of the railway operations management through the Glasgow Caledonian University. That's what led me to the current position that I am as an operation manager. But I went through the ranks as a train assistant, train driver, section manager, depot manager. I'm now an operation manager.
I did my cadetship in Durban, in DIT. Now, no, it's called DUT now, Durban University of Technology, where I first did my mechanical. I finished my mechanical and I did my marine engineering. I finished in 2005. It depends whether you're gonna be port operation or seagoing. With me, I did Class 3 SCCW, which is an international recognized qualification. I started in 2004, I finished in 2005 with marine engineering, where I did my S2 and S3 at Durban University of Technology. So after that, when you finish your studying, where you did marine engineering knowledge, marine law, and naval architects, marine engineering knowledge. So when you finish all those subjects, you go through workshop training, where you do your hydraulic systems, pneumatic systems, your fitting and turning, electrical work, mechanical work, which is diesel mech, because marine engineering is more of diesel mech. But basically, you're a jack of all trades. Remember, on the vessel, you are the chief, you are the last person that needs to make decisions. If everything fails, they come to you, because you've got people working under you, of which when it's post-based, you've got a marine engineering officer, which is an MEO, you've got your second engineer, and then you've got your motormen, who all report to you.
Challenges that we face is that normally when you have to bring in new things, You get a lot of resistance from the people sometimes on the ground because they do not understand, especially with new technologies. Now our locomotives are having new technologies, and you still have drivers that have been on the system for more than 20 years or to 30 years. So for them, it's one of the challenges. The other challenge that we are facing in the area is community unrest, of course. That makes us not to be able to achieve the desired targets that we need to achieve on a daily basis. We are also faced with the challenges in terms of failures that we have. With every new system that you have, you get to have what you call your ECP failures, and sometimes that hamper the services as the way that we'd like it to happen. There's a number of them, of the 4 IR initiatives that are being implemented at Transnet Freight Rail. One of them that we are having, especially in an area that we are looking forward to be having, is we are having what we call onboard computers on our trains, whereby the train drivers are able to utilize that to monitor in terms of when they are driving a trains, being unable to speed and monitor the trains, where is it in the section, and when there's a limit, the train does not pass that limit. It's done through the CTC department, and if the train is overspeeding or if something happens to a train driver along the road, the train is able to apply itself. And we also are having initiatives whereby in terms of whenever there are incidences on a train, we are able through the network and the systems that we are utilizing to find out exactly what has happened and pull up the logs for the trains that will assist us to know what was the happening of the trains and to come up with conclusions. So one other initiative that we have on the 4IR is what we call the WDP train, the wire distributive trains, whereby we are able to run longer trains by having locomotives in the middle and as well locomotives in front, and be able to control longer train. We are also looking to a project that will be running in the area, which will be longer trains of 300 wagons up to 400 wagons, and the 4 Industrial Revolution will assist us with regards to us being able to run those trains.